Welcome to another Weekly 3 with Tony T. I'm Tony Trongone, Superintendent of Millville Public Schools. In this video, we will cover 3 topics, as usual. And the first will be a preface called District Goals. Then we'll talk about curriculum and instruction goals. We'll talk about substitute hiring events, and also our district policy manual. I would like to begin with a preface to the following items. On Saturday, February 5th, I met with the Board of Education members for a board retreat. At this meeting, we reviewed the district goals for this school year and some that will carry over into the 22-23 school year, and what progress we have made in reaching them. Our goals framework consists of 6 areas: human resources, curriculum and instruction, operations, communication and outreach, policy, and the future use of Memorial High School. I'd like to share those curriculum-related goals. At the K-5 level, led by Dr. Moore, she will be introducing a new reading curriculum for our next school year, the 22-23 school year. The Committee of Administrators and Teachers, including ESL and special ed teachers, have met to review an assortment of program options. We are committed to choosing the program that best fits the needs for our K-5 students. This process also included vendor consultation, outreach, and visits to other districts to see their reading programs in action, and much more. We intend to make a decision in the upcoming weeks. At the secondary level, led by Mrs. DeRose, there are many initiatives she has in progress this year, including revamping our high school elective offerings and boosting our enrollment in AP courses. There is also an extensive amount of work being done to evaluate how we deliver our assessments, specifically to streamline and simplify how we do that. We've been working with our Lakeside staff and outside experts to completely overhaul the middle school schedule beginning in the 22-23 school year. This includes taking a look at our elective classes, bringing back a teams model, and implementing changes that will address issues that Lakeside administration staff and families have identified in the current schedule. Stay tuned for more information about this schedule as we get closer to the following school year. Our second topic focuses on goal number 1, human resources. There are upcoming substitute hiring events, and now that we have our own substitute staffing secretary, Jennifer Seitz, we are making progress in building our substitute program and supporting those who are going through the application process. This action was a byproduct of the superintendent listening tour, which staff strongly suggested we have our own Millville sub-coordinator. So thank you to the faculty for that recommendation. Part of this support system is hosting events where interested applicants can get their questions answered, get help in starting their application process, or just getting more information about being a substitute in Millville. We'll be holding 2 of these substitute hiring events in the near future. The first will be on Thursday, February 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Culver Center. The second event will be held on Tuesday, March 8th from 2 to 4 p.m., also at the Culver Center. You can apply to become a district substitute now by using the link or QR code on your screen and join us at one of these events. We are also actively working to assist our substitute applicants with the process of applying for certification. We have created a substitute checklist to help walk you through the process of applying for your certification. There is information included for our military veterans and registered nurses. You can access this checklist by using the link or QR code on your screen, or by attending one of our upcoming hiring events. We want to make this as easy as possible for our substitutes, so feel free to reach out to Jennifer Seitz with any questions. Her information is also on the screen. Beginning in 2021, the Board Governance and Policy Committee, comprised of members of the Millville Board of Education, undertook the arduous task of reviewing and updating all board bylaws and policies. Our policy document had last been reviewed in 2016 and was in need of not only updates but a thorough assessment to determine how well it aligned with the current state laws and regulations. The committee also read through each policy to determine how accurate and appropriate they were. The committee also placed value on the existing Millville policy and integrated those policies particular to Millville Public Schools into the new policy manual. For some policies, it was a matter of cleaning up the wording to make them more understandable. For others, it required extensive rewrites, or in some cases, removal of a policy that was no longer make sense for the district. Throughout this process, the board has been working in consultation with Strauss Esme Associates, a firm that assists New Jersey school districts to create customized policy and regulation manuals that are consistent with the state and federal laws and are in compliance with the state and federal monitoring standards. This is a huge step forward for the Millville Board of Education policies. By working with Strauss Esme Associates, we'll also be able to provide a custom portal to our entire community to access our policies, which will allow all users to search our policies and, most importantly, not require our staff and community to scroll through a long PDF document. The new policy manual was officially adopted by the Board of Education on January 24th. Our custom policy portal will be launching in the beginning of May. Until that time, we have uploaded our updated bylaws and policy manuals to the district website for temporary access. You can download and read both documents by using the link or QR code on your screen. And now for some upcoming events. Monday, February 21st, all schools are closed for President's Day. On Thursday, February 24th, we have our substitute hiring event from 10 to 1 at Culver. And then Monday, February 28th, we have our board meeting. February 28th is also a date that our secondary schools will go back to a full school day. As we navigate through the pandemic and getting our schools back into a routine, the topic of discussion will be focusing away slowly from basic necessities to the social emotional well-being of students and staff, which is very important, and then to academic achievement. Of course, we are not out of the woods yet with this pandemic, but we must keep one eye on the future and the results of our efforts in providing a successful learning experience for our children. And a quote from John Wooden goes to say, "Don't mistake activity for achievement. To produce results, tasks must be well organized and properly executed. Otherwise, it's no different from children running around the playground. Everybody's doing something, but nothing is being done. Lots of activity, no achievement." I only have one shout out this week, and that's to our Bacon Bears. They are the focus of our school spotlight and all the great things that are happening in our schools. And this week, the focus is on the Bacon Bears and all the great things that are happening there with our principal, Mike Coyle, and his staff. And also want to have a shout out to Meg Finney, because it's her idea to have this, and the excitement that it brings to our folks when they get recognized. And there's another quote from John Wood, and he said, "What's the greatest form of motivation? A pat on the back." And so that's what we need. And I think thanks to Meg Finney and then the staff at Bacon, we're seeing all the great things that are happening in our schools, and we'll continue to do that in subsequent weeks. That being said, I'll close out by saying, go Bolts.